Ever wonder why some folks can't help but gush about their childhood while others wish they could erase it completely from their memory? Well, if you're finding yourself resonating with the latter, let me assure you, you're not alone. You're not flawed for having these thoughts either. Your experiences and traumas are as real and as valid as they come, and your struggle is undoubtedly authentic. Welcome back to Human Mechanics, where today we'll delve into 8 common thoughts shared by survivors of childhood trauma. Now, let's start with a real kicker. The first thought often goes something like this: there's something deeply wrong with me. Childhood trauma has this nasty tendency to make you shoulder blame that's not yours to bear. You might find yourself thinking that the harsh words and actions from others are a reflection of some deep-rooted problem within you. These feelings are often linked to early attachment disruptions, leading to a persistent sense of unworthiness, as the Journal of Traumatic Stress points out. Thought number 2 swirls around, constantly feeling like you're walking on eggshells, anxiously expecting disaster to strike any second. It can escalate to a point where it feels like you're starring in your own horror movie, everything around you a potential trigger for fear. Maybe you're constantly on edge before an evening walk, a date, a job interview, or even a family gathering, thinking something will go wrong, despite having no rational reason to feel so. Sound familiar? Well, this, according to the National Institute of Mental Health, is a classic symptom of PTSD. And then there's the third thought, surrounding emotions that are wildly intense and seemingly out of control. A minor disagreement could trigger an overwhelming wave of sadness or anger, which realistically may seem blown out of proportion. Studies on emotion dysregulation reveal that trauma can wreak havoc on your ability to manage emotions, leading to these harsh reactions. It's like your brain's rational response mechanism takes a back seat. Trauma overactivates the amygdala, responsible for detecting threats, and weakens the prefrontal cortex, which handles rational responses, leading to sudden mood shifts and difficulty calming down. Fourthly, you might find it hard to trust people because of past betrayals burying themselves deep into your memory. Your eyes constantly scan others for hidden agendas or dangers, expecting letdowns and disappointments. Relationship trust issues can stem from childhood betrayal, as studies on attachment theory indicate. The fifth thought revolves around feeling helpless and powerless, which is often linked to past traumatic experiences. It's like you're stuck in a cycle of learned helplessness. Even though you might realize as an adult that this is not rational, it's tough to shake off subconscious beliefs that stem from experiences beyond your control. This feeling can make it hard to assert yourself, like in toxic relationships or uncomfortable situations at work or school. Memories from the past triggering distress instead of comfort is another shared experience. Sometimes seemingly innocent things like songs or movies from a decade ago can unleash a flood of uneasy emotions because of the associated memories. Turns out these triggers can cause serious emotional unrest, disrupting your everyday life. Ever feel like people always take advantage of you? Like you're always caught up in the same weary cycle with different faces? If this hits close to home, remember it's not your fault. Growing up in a toxic environment often leaves one vulnerable to manipulation as an adult. Recognizing your worth and healing from past traumas can help navigate these situations better and identify manipulators. And finally, the feeling of being a pretender or an imposter, like you're faking your way through life. When you achieve something, you might think it won't be long till people realize you're not as competent as they thought. Childhood trauma can only intensify these emotions, making accomplishments seem less genuine. Do any of these thoughts echo your experiences? Remember, what you went through was real, and you're definitely not alone in this journey of healing. By acknowledging these experiences, you take the first step toward healing. Thank you for watching this video. It means the world to all of us here at Human Mechanics. If you find this insightful, please be sure to like and subscribe.